Gentlemen, morning. Thanks for joining us. Mr. Mohanty, let me start with you. There's been another rate hike which we have seen from the RBI. How's the business right now with the kind of interest costs? You think the sector is in for some more pain for next 6 months or so?
It's no doubt interest cost is one of the biggest burden on this industry, especially public-private partnership projects, because interest cost is the highest cost in a PPP project. So this is making going very tough for the infrastructure companies, and it is rightly reflected into the stock of all the infra companies. Going ahead, if further there is a hike, then it will be very difficult to remain competitive in this market and showing any positive PL or balance for the current financial year.
So, Mr. Mohanty, there of course
this is Yes, tell me.
Yes, so no, I was asking that,
what I was trying to,
Okay, please carry on, sir. Please carry on.
Yeah, what I was trying to tell is compared to inflation, might be the interest cost hike is becoming a bigger deterrent today for the growth in the economy, and especially for the infrastructure segment. We keep on saying that it's high time the government has to see some policy changes at different levels to handle inflation rather than a single point agenda for increasing the interest rates.
Mr. Mohanty, what I was trying to ask was that there's no denying, we understand your pain. I think all the analysts have been talking about it for a long time, but very simple, quick question before we get to the analyst view here. Is business picking up? Are actual orders finally picking up after almost a 1.5 year lull period?
Today, to be very honest, order has not been a big deterrent because everybody has a good order booking earlier, and presently also in the current market some of the projects, NHI projects especially, has been bidded and finalized. For example, in our company we have been preferred bidder for 2 of the NHI projects, though till now we have not got the LOI. Order position is not too bad. The two challenges besides finance is the execution of the projects. There is too much of laxity in the whole government processes or offices or systems today to create a environment of favorable for implementing infrastructure projects. So those roadblocks are becoming a bigger deterrent after the interest cost hike. More than the order booking, this is becoming a bigger challenge.
All right, Amit Srivastava also joins in from Nirmal Bang Institutional Equities. Amit, morning. Reading an interesting report from you. It looks like you're turning a contra bias. Is it true? And the headline of the report is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, right. Basically, we have looked at the sector closely, and we have analyzed the last year how the trend is for the sector. If you look at the sector, basically this sector is moving in tandem with the cycle. So right now the cycle is such that now the fundamentals is moving from moderation phase to slowdown. But generally the valuation is far ahead of the fundamentals. So right now the valuation has already factored most of the slowdown factors, which is going to continue for the short term. But if you look at the stock prices, which has corrected by almost 70-80%, they are trading at like a 50% discount to the 5-year average of PE ratio, and as well as on a price to book value, they are below their price to book value of 1. So all these are indicating that the valuation has already factored all these things, whatever the slowdown we are talking about. The going ahead for the next 3 months or 6 months, maybe the earnings won't increase or improve in a significant way, but the thing is that the concerns which were there in the sectors are going to subside. Like a higher interest rate, we are talking about the higher interest rate. Already we believe that maybe there will be 25 basis point hike would be there, but at least it has reached to the peak level. From there it should stabilize. So we are expecting that historically whenever the interest rate cycle has stabilized, all the infrastructure stocks has outperformed. Second thing is that if you look at the earnings downgrade for the companies in the last 1.5 year, the earning downgrade was almost like for the PAT level, it is around 30 to 35%. When you actually calculate the actual impact, it will be lower than that. That means market has already factored the higher interest rate as well as some kind of slowdown in like revenue execution side. So already the impact of the slowdown has already factored on our earnings side. Fourth thing is that going ahead, we believe that as the execution, which was impacted by the higher interest rate as well as certain short-term nature of problems which was creating the execution problem. So going ahead, we believe that all these execution problems are more of like short term in nature. It's not a structural change which has happened that is actually impacting the execution. So going ahead, the execution should improve. Based on all these contexts, we believe that this sector should outperform in coming months for the sector.
Amit, I'm straight away coming to your picks because you've cited a couple of buy calls in this report, IRB Infra, Reliance Infrastructure, GMR and IVRCL.
Right.
Let's start with the biggest of them all, and that's Reliance Infrastructure,
Right.
because the stock has done absolutely nothing. At least something like IRB is a bit of a trading play, so it moves off and on. But Reliance Infrastructure has been completely languishing last 1 year. Why are you optimistic on the company?
See, if you look at last 3 months, how the fundamentals has changed for this company. The major business is like a distribution business. Distribution business has a hangover that they will get the extension of license for the Mumbai suburbs or no. They got the license for the next 25 years. They have like a cross subsidy charge is getting charged for the whoever has got migrated. So this is positive for the Reliance Infra because there would no be a migration from Reliance Infra to Tata Power. Third thing is that they have got the approval for the regulatory asset which is like 23 billion. So now they are going to recover that amount in the next 2-3 years time. So all these are positive for the distribution business. Apart from that, in a Delhi distribution business, if you look at for the company, there the rate has increased by 21%. So distribution business has a hangover of all these concerns has now got solved in the last 3 months time.
So how much upside if someone is to buy now? What's your price target and how much upside on Reliance Infra?
Yeah, Reliance Infra, we have a price target of 724. Because if you look at the fundamental is moving towards the positive, but the valuation wise the company is trading at 0.5 times of book value. The fundamental we are going to get a growth on a EPC side for the company, as well as all these concerns are getting subside. So we believe that over the periods, once the operating assets which is going to be commissioned in next 1 year time, like they have 11 road projects is going to be commissioned, 1 metro project is going to be commissioned. So all the operating assets will play into the picture, which will give the valuation re-rating for the companies over the period.
Mr. Mohanty, what about competition? Because last year was all about how crowded the industry was, and there was quite a bit of the bidding was so competitive that it was tough making money. Have you seen some sort of sanity returning in that, or it still remains a very competitive space?
Before answering your question, I would like to slightly respond to Mr. Srivastava's points. The first point is in India the PPP business is in the first generation, might be in the first part of the cycle. So a market has not still understood this business differentiating from other corporate houses. In all the public-private partnership projects, these are rear-ended value. These are projects asset value is created. It is not surely cannot be read only by current PL account or a balance sheet, because these are long gestation projects and over a period of 20 to 30 years. So all PPP projects, and especially the infrastructure development companies, has to be slightly looked at differently from the other construction companies or corporate houses. That's my submission for the different market players who are watching this market. The second point is market might have adjusted little more than what really the infrastructure development companies deserve. For example, in our company, we see you have nearly 20 projects. One project valuation will be today in a DCF method will be 1,000 crore, but today our market cap doesn't show even 1,000 or 1,200 crore when we have 20 projects, such projects with us. So I think the market will also get matured and respond to the PPP business separately and give a different value going ahead. And coming back to your question, yes, competition was a problem in the last quarter. The people were bidding a little in a crazy manner. But today in last 2 months, it is observed that some rationality has come back to the system. And everybody with the downward sentiment in the finance market also have become more sensible. And today projects are bidded in a little more rational manner.
Okay, so just let's get some final thoughts with you, Amit. Some of the other picks that you've chosen from the mid-cap space, particularly IVRCL and IRB, where do you think the risk-reward situation is the best?
I think IRB Infra is the best pick, like if you have to choose an APC and asset owner, because IRB Infra has a blend of growth as well as sustainability on a cash flows, because they have already 11 projects which are operational. So they are giving you anywhere between 10 billion of cash flow, which is going to be utilized for the growth for the company, as well as their company has around 11,000 crore of order book, which are going to be executed in 2-3 years time. So that will give you the growth. So that this company is like in a better placed as compared to the IVSL, because IVSL more towards the EPC player. So once first the company, when the interest rate was stabilized, this company will start getting the valuation, because then at that time our cost of capital and cost of equity concerns will erode and it will come down. So it will directly give you the benefit of the valuation side. But EPC will start getting the profit on a bottom line, and then this company will start getting valuation. But IVSL has corrected in such a manner that at this level we can look at IVSL at this price. Definitely this is a scheme buy at that level.
Okay, final sense with Mr. Mohanty as well. Mr. Mohanty, so I mean, what's your crystal ball gaze sort of situation in the next 6 months? Do you see business improving, or do you see the concerns continuing in their present form?
Business will surely improve, and the order booking position of different companies will increase, but this challenge will remain in the execution. That will be the biggest bottleneck. Besides the finance market, which is a macro level parameter, everybody has to go with it considering the international and national scenario. But one area where requires immediate attention is policy making and the ease of doing business, or government different agencies performing and delivering decision in a faster manner, so that execution doesn't become a big deterrent. That will be my take on the present situation.
All right, Mr. Mohanty. Amit, thanks so much for joining us and taking us through the sector.
Thank you.
That's the view on infrastructure sector. As we leave you on the markets, 49.26. So there's been a bit of a recovery which we have seen. HDFC is at the forefront of that recovery with about 1.5% gain. Infosys to about 1% gain. So from the team, thanks a lot for watching. We leave you with some thoughts from Pawan Goenka.